I don't care about what Vegas said. Nah, Vegas said Canelo was about to win. Right? Shit, you know what I'm saying? Crawford said different. Right? So
Welcome back to Pretty Girls Love Sports. I am Des, and I'm going to be doing the game recap for Clemson University versus Syracuse University. This was a home game in Death Valley, and Clemson was coming off of a loss from Georgia Tech, and we know that one was a literally last minute walk off field goal that put Georgia Tech over Clemson. So Clemson was coming in really needing to redeem themselves, really needing to show what they really are about. Syracuse, on the other hand, had been doing pretty well in their program, coming in 2-1, really showing forth what they have to offer. If you guys remember, last season, Syracuse beat SMU and sent Clemson to the ACC Championship. And you should already know that staying by head coach Fran Brown when he was like, I helped you out, Dabo Swinney. You're welcome. Or what, maybe that wasn't the exact quote of what he said. But I felt as though that because he did that last year, when he came into town this year, he was going to be trying to collect on that debt. And that's exactly what he did. Start off back from the game, like literally, the first drive of the game, boom, 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 boom. Syracuse starts to march down the field, and they look pretty good. To me, I felt like Clemson's defense was just a little sleepy. I felt like they needed to wake up a little bit. They needed to get shooken up a little bit. But nonetheless, Syracuse goes down there and tacks on 7. Okay, we're thinking, okay, now time for kickoff. Fran Brown said, I told you I came to collect. I told you I'm not one to play with. I heard what Vegas said, and I don't care what Vegas said. I'm about to show you better than I can tell you what my team is about. And then he goes and does an onside kick. And in most cases, the onside kick is not recovered by the team doing the kick. But this time it was. They planned it and executed it flawlessly. Flawlessly. Stunned the crowd. We all was like, wait a minute, hold on. Let us buckle up. Let us buckle up for this ride because this is about to be one. So they go down there and Clemson's defense does a good job by only allowing them to get 3 points. So before Clemson even gets to touch the soil on offense, they're already down by 10. That's not the way we want to be. That's not what we saw coming either. Right? Now, granted, I feel like there were a lot of mistakes and rooms for improvement on both sides of the ball. The biggest thing was Syracuse's defense found a way to stop the run. And really, Clemson needed to win the game through the air. But that also means having accurate passes, and that means having catchable passes, and that also means players catching said passes. So there's a threefold there. I think those 3 things kind of went wrong for Clemson today. And they struggled with that. Tried to get the run game going, but when they had passes through the air, phenomenal. And when they had the passes and they were successful, should I say? Phenomenal. Lights out. This is what everybody's used to seeing. This is what the Tigers are known for, creating those explosive plays, being dynamic, playing hard, getting in the fold. Today, Clemson's defense tried to keep them up and tried to hold them up, especially in the second half. I feel as though they really woke up and they arrived in the second half. And really that's when it matters, because it's not necessarily about how you start the game, but about how you finish it. And it's about how you finish it and hoping that it is a win. So like I said, Clemson's defense really, really helped them. But in the second half, Cade Klubnik seemed to fall apart a bit. I felt as though he was just, and it's not even, it is also a kind of a fact that he just wasn't accurate. He overthrew a few players that could have just been easy catches to gain yards. Heck, an easy catch for a touchdown. And that struggle just kept going on. And oftentimes you think, okay, when you have a lightning delay, because the game did go on the lightning delay right at halftime. So, okay, lightning delay. So, both sides I felt like were a little sluggish afterwards because you've just been sitting for a while. Your momentum is coming down. Your adrenaline is coming down. But in history, prior to the last time Clemson rallied back when they were playing against Troy this season, rallied back to get a win. And I think a lot of people were expecting that to happen, and it just actually didn't happen. They looked offensively, I think they didn't look as good as they did in the first half, just my opinion. And it is kind of like unacceptable for a team to have over 500 yards and they don't win the game. Like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? It just seemed to clash. It just seems like they were miscommunicating, they weren't playing like giving it their all or something. I don't want to say that was it, because there could possibly be 100 different things that was going on wrong, but it just felt like after the lightning delay, everything was just starting to spiral out of control and it was just doing craziness, right? Second half defensively, chef's kiss, right? And I think that it's super important to hear the opening statements from head coach Dabo Swinney in the post game. So here are his opening statements.
Okay. Well, just congratulations to Syracuse. They earned it on the game, and wish those guys well the rest of the season. But obviously, an incredibly disappointing outcome and start to our season. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. I mean, just a lot of pain. I've been in a lot of painful locker rooms. That was up there near the top, and my heart just hurts for our team. and our fans. Thought our fans showed up today, did a great job, and we just didn't get it done. It's incredibly frustrating. We just can't seem to get on the same page and play complementary football. We can't seem to get it all together, and we kind of work against each other. And the first half of D was probably as poor as I've seen. It was really poor, very disappointing. You give up 24 points, you get a big hole. Offense had a really good rhythm and was rolling. Got important, but we couldn't get the ball. Very limited possessions. So really frustrating first half. Obviously, the surprise on side, they got 3 points off of that. But in the second half, again, just too big a hole. But the second half, the defense was awesome. I mean, they shut them down 3 points, and obviously they got the touchdown off the fumble late in the game. But I was really proud. That was not a pleasant locker room at halftime, and they responded. I mean, I thought they did a heck of a job in the second half, but again, we just can't seem to put it together. Offensively, a ton of yards, but you don't get style points. You got a ton of yards. The name of the game is finishing, in the end zone through the uprights, and we just didn't do that. 263 yards and 240 yards in the first half, 263 yards in the second half, and just not enough points. That's the biggest disappointment, is the slow start, the lack of complementary football when we need to work with each other. Obviously, we had some missed opportunity. The third quarter, we missed TJ for maybe a touchdown, but certainly a huge play. And then we had a fourth down that I thought was a great call and was there, and the guard pulled a little wide. If he pulls tight like he's coached to do there, we cover it up. That play's going. Cade's going. He might score. So just some missed opportunities there. To either tie it or take the lead when we had that chance, and we just didn't get it done. So, more offense, more first downs, more yards per rush, better third down. I think either team was great, but 2 turnovers to none. And again, the name of the game is points, and we just didn't get it done. So, I mean, it's incredibly disappointing, and it's my responsibility for us to be better. And this is not the start to our season that any of us envisioned, not what we worked for. And man, I just hurt for the guys, but I am thankful, and I do hope that y'all notice how hard those kids fought for the last player. And there's a lot to be said for that. They love Clemson.
So you heard what he had to say, and you can understand and see the emotion that he has built in about the team, built in around, what the program means to him. He's been there for 23 years. So as he said, like, I didn't record it all. Obviously, the questions I kind of cut out, but he went on to say, like, he's been there for 23 years. He loves Clemson. He's given us all to Clemson, and he is hurting, and it's very emotional for him. And he's a human being. He's like, people expect me to be some type of juggernaut, and I'm just not. I'm a human being, and I hurt for them because they went out there and lost. But he also hurts for them because they now are 1-3. This is the worst that they have been since 2004. So they've had a long progression of them being really well, of them starting off strong. Maybe they have some dips, here and there, but for the most part, they have always started the season pretty upbeat, pretty positive, pretty much winning and dominating. And I don't want to look at it as like, okay, we're already 4 games in and this is just a total disaster. I don't think it's a total disaster. I do think they have an opportunity to turn some things around. They're going to go on a bye week, and then they're going to go face a really bad UNC Tar Heels team. So that should be an easy win. That should be a confidence booster for them. That should be something to just like wake them back up and get them back into, the dogfight of it all. In post game with the players, every single one of them said that they have 100% confidence and faith in the team that they're going to turn it around. They love each other. They've worked hard with each other. They live with each other. They've done it together, and they know that they can turn it around. They just have to play the way that they're supposed to. They have to be a full team. They got to play complementary football, four full quarters of football. And I think when they get to that and when they do that, the Tigers will have success. So don't panic just yet. Don't turn the panic button on. There's still a lot of football to be played. There's still a lot more to be gained. And I think that by the end of this season, this low confidence and tore up Tiger team will be way more confident, shoulders back, heads held high by the end of this season. And that's just my thoughts and my opinions on today's recap for the game. If you like this content, please make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Leave me a comment. Become my friend on all social media platforms at PG Love Sports. And I will see you guys on the next one. Okay? Bye.
Baby girl, you are so pretty.